Yo, yo, yo.
Right,
Let me
man.
see if I can hear it.
What you got? You got feed? I got a nice feed on mine. My mic is good. Mic check. Nope. You ain't good?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. Let me see. Go ahead and say something.
Nope. Mic check. No.
Man, you would think we got this thing.
No, you
right
got the wrong one on.
Oh, which one?
No stage. Mic one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. All right. Come on, Heather. Say something, Heather.
Yeah. Huh? Hello? Hello?
What's up, Jack? What's up,
Yes.
Champagne? What's up, Urbana? Man, we got some activity, nice activity down here today, too, man, down here at the IMC. They got a couple of things going on, but we are here, Conscious Community Connection. It is 6 o'clock, and we are WRFU LP Urbana, which is a socialist forum. Views expressed are those of the speakers and not intended to represent WRFU, UC, IMC, or Urbana Socialist Forum.
I wasn't supposed to open my drink yet? Okay.
I know. Go ahead, man. It's you.
Oh,
It is Saturday, and me and Heather J, we in the house, man. Heather, say what's up.
Hey, y'all.
How
y'all
nice
doing?
today.
Thank
I like
you.
That. Yeah. I like her vibe, man. Check her out.
Thank you.
Dang,
Yeah.
I forgot my Gi Nayami, man. I feel naked. Oh, that smells good. Yeah. Smell like some good old blueberry.
100% juice.
I
wish this was our, I wish this was one of our sponsors, but it's not. But hey, it's all good.
Hey, it's all good, man.
Yes.
It's all about living that healthy lifestyle.
Yes,
And,
They
that's what it's all about.
Oh
yeah, it's gonna be packed, man. They down here
want to mess
jamming
up their
tonight.
name.
No. Heather need to go out there and figure out what is going on. But
I did ask one person, but you know me. Sometimes I'm there, but I'm not. I don't know if they doing like a little showcase or like a talent show a little bit, but
okay.
I know they are very involved in the community. I don't know the fraternity's name. They do have both the fraternity and the sorority sisters there. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's
we got
what's
some
up.
stuff going on at the UC, IMC, Urbana Socialist Forum. You know what I'm saying? The IMC building is pretty good for having a lot of community supporters, volunteers, and activities and events here. So this building functions well with a lot of different people, cultures, and everything with inside and outside. I do believe it'll be a problem if this, ever closed its doors. You know what I'm saying? But
they
I don't think
off
so.
donations. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can
if
donate
you guys,
something.
yeah, for sure. If you guys are willing to donate, I know that for a fact you can do that. And most likely you can get online at WRFU.net. Yes.
Okay, cool. I like a vibe today.
Thank you. I've been chilling today. I've been getting some stuff done, man. I listened to something earlier. It was talking about completion. About actually completing something every day.
Man, I like that. Yeah.
So it feels good to complete something. I completed something, and it was, yeah.
You did. We celebrated too. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, Heather got it.
Yes.
Heather getting it in, man. Y'all don't know. This lady here is putting in work above and beyond.
Next
Just
level.
to Heather.
Next level. That's all. Next level.
That's all we got to say. It's next level. It's coming.
Next level.
It's coming. These things take time to produce.
For sure.
They don't just happen overnight.
For sure.
We've been at, knocking away, chipping away at things on a consistent basis. So
yes.
Just like we got the house now. First followers, we got the reentry house. That's open. We're accepting applications for that. So if you want to get online, you go to First Followers Reentry, CU, and you could then email us, or it's another contact information on it, but then we could work and get you into the house. We got four bedrooms right now, and we should have that open. The doors will be officially open shortly, so watch for the announcements. Man, the community gave a lot of good things.
Yes.
Too. They gave all type of good things. So everybody's stepping up for this reentry house.
That's
and
good. That's
a little bit
good.
about that house. We're going to have programs. You're going to be doing programs there.
Yeah.
Her mindfulness thing.
Most definitely.
Yep. We're going to have soft skills. We're going to be building, help them build up resumes. We're going to help them with bank accounts. We're going to be helping them set up retirement accounts.
For sure.
Yeah, man. For sure. It's that serious. We're going to get that far into this thing.
Yes.
And that's just one of the things that we got that's happening right now. A couple other things are going on too. We just did a big fundraiser with the Catholic Church.
That's true.
Yeah, yes. And they really show love, man. All these different. Now we're not First Followers is not part of any denomination,
right?
So we didn't work with pretty much Mennonite, every other church out there. So this is really a community effort to get something established here for young men when they coming back from, getting their life together, trying to come back from incarceration and get back on their feet. So that's the whole purpose of that.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Yes.
What else going on? Oh, the business elevator, they finished up. You went to the mixer, right?
I went to the mixer. Yes, I did. It was Friday. I think. Yeah. Friday.
Okay.
Or Thursday. Thursday. It's running together for me. But it was on a Thursday, I do believe, and it was pretty good.
Now, that was Mark Pelmore, right?
Stepped out. So with the business elevator, they were there, but who really through the mixer, who hosted the actual mixer was Mariah.
Okay.
Mariah, she's doing the
she's doing a lot of
Champagne Urbana, the Black Directory, Black Business Directory. She's doing that, but then William Kyles,
right?
He was there as well, representing the Black Chamber of Commerce. So they together collaborated, I guess, and there were some awards that some people were that actually won. I know it was I think we were on that list. I mean, it was like community
connection.
It was like community engagement or something. Best small business start out, or it was something like that. So it was only a couple of categories, but it was nice that they actually won an award and they got a plaque at that.
Wow,
so Mariah's doing a whole lot. I really don't want to pull her away from a lot of stuff what she's doing, but she's very busy, and I mean, she ain't got no kids, she young, and she's striving for something. You can't veer her off of the track at all. She got plenty of time to do all the juggling that she does. So hats off and kudos to her. Most definitely. She's doing her thing.
She's going to Adventure Girl too, right?
That's pretty much tied into her going around to the business and talking to people and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, most definitely. She's doing great.
Yeah, I love Mariah, man.
Yep.
I like her energy. She a very fascinating young lady. So
yes. Yeah.
I got nothing but positive things to say about Mariah all day. What else happened, man? Oh, I'm going to read this right quick about this 211. We're going to get this in. We're going to start getting this in case people, because it's getting cold outside. So if you're looking for shelter or food, shelter, counseling, mental health, income, employment, help with elderly people, you dial 211, Champagne. You a veteran, reentry, human trafficking, somebody, hey, that's big. We need to talk. We need to do a whole show on that human trafficking.
Oh my gosh.
With all these young ladies, they keep talking about coming up missing. Man, I don't know what type of animals it is going on out here, but man, I don't know how people get down with that. We can touch on it
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Man.
For sure.
Yeah, because these are human beings, and how you just gonna make somebody just a slave?
Go on and finish. Don't start. Don't start yet.
Yeah, but drug, alcohol, rehabilitation, disaster recovery, all that. That's 211. You can dial that anytime.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for that type of information, it's right at your fingertips. If you know somebody who needs assistance, you can dial that and say, hey, man, connect them to it. You don't have to be the one who actually go out there and try to help everybody. There are resources in the community. I mean, that's good of you if you do, and I know somebody has done that, but that could be kind of dangerous too. So
yeah, so get connected, get help. 211.
Yeah, get connected, get help.
Sure.
What else? That's it. Oh yeah, the free healthcare services at OSF on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah, need to let them know about that sometime.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you in need of that, just go to OSF and you can talk to them more about it.
I know they probably most likely got walk-in hours, probably from 8 to 4, maybe.
Right.
You know, we don't know for sure exactly the time, but you know, OSF, free healthcare.
But that's it. That's it on announcements I'm gonna do. So
okay.
I want to get into, I don't know. What's up this vibe, man? What's happening?
What? There's some things going on, you know.
There's some positive stuff. I'm feeding
positive
off this.
things going on in my life. Me still doing my little cleansing, detoxing, trying to get back focused on it and get back to my strict eating habit again. And it's just on a, you know, rotating type of cycle until I feel like I'm really where I'm supposed to be. But, you know, right now I'm doing a lot of supplements right now. I'm eating my junk. I am. But I'll be back to my very strict diet in a few. But, you know, I get a lot of people that say, hey, you know, what's going on with you? Don't lose no more weight. Or something must be wrong with her. Or ain't nothing wrong with me. This is by choice.
Okay.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
people looking at you lose with this weight loss and getting toned, and they thinking negative, huh? Oh, don't let them pull you down, man.
Somebody said, ooh, what you got, some ooh wee or something? I need some of that. I said, what are you talking about? I ain't got no ooh wee. I don't.
I don't think I want no ooh wee.
I said, oh man, I want to say what they want to say, but it was just like, no, I'm not doing none of that. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't eat meat. I'm detoxing. Yeah. I mean detoxing.
But your skin look healthy and clear, man.
Yes,
it look all healthy. So.
Yes. So I got some more stuff coming in the mail, you know, some more little pills I'm gonna pop, but they the good pills.
Okay.
You know, they the good pills. So
yeah.
I'm getting back to where I'm supposed to be mentally and physically. You know, because at some point in time in your life, if you're not eating what you should be, or if you're not getting the milk, quote unquote, like you should be, then there's some chemical off balance. There's some stuff that is not, you know, clicking. It's not triggering the right thing. So I was feeling down, depressed, sluggish, having crazy dreams, you know, reacting funny, you know, or just reacting to unnecessary things I shouldn't, you know. So that's that chemical imbalance, and I needed to get that back.
So your thoughts are more clear now.
My thoughts clear. I'm focused. I'm working off of probably 100 right now, and not 75. So I'm off 100 right now, and you already know when I get in my beast mode, whatever you want to call it, it's just forget everybody, and it's just straightforward.
All right, okay, I like that. I like that in you.
Yep. Cutting
that
people off.
I like that in you. Hey.
Cutting people off, cutting things off, getting rid of unnecessary things I don't need at the house.
Right.
I'm buying certain things that I need, but if I don't need it, I'm not buying it. You know, like coming up, we could talk about Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays and stuff. You know, there's things that I see that I'm tempted to buy, but I'm not splurging. I'm not doing all of those things.
So I'm focused.
I'm focused. I'm gonna put the tree up. We gonna get a couple of presents, but I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff no more.
All right, cool.
You know,
you just doing it for the kids.
I do it for the kids, you know, and that's it. But they really know who Santa is. They really know the meaning of Christmas. You know, they really know what it is.
Well,
you know, so
I mean, I'm glad you went there because we do got the holidays coming up.
Yes.
A lot of black people don't, you know, a lot of brothers I know, I ain't gonna say black, but I say brothers I know, they're not into celebrating Thanksgiving because that's the day, you know, that they celebrating for. They had a negative connotation behind that because most of the indigenous people got wiped out. But we can look at what it is now. Now we could look at it what it meant then.
Okay.
But you can also look at it what it means now. So it gives you opportunity to get with family members.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to necessarily go and say, well, yeah, this is for that. And, you know, because Christopher Columbus was a straight killer. If you ask me, man, that's what it was.
Truth is the truth.
Yeah. What's his name? Coleon, Christopher Coleon, but he wiped out a lot. So
yeah.
But I will take this time to reconnect with family and bring that in.
Yeah.
And just like Christmas, you get a lot of cats, especially in the, you know, the hotep and all that. Well, that was another date for this and that. Yeah, it was. But now it's you can we got the power to redefine that too.
For sure, we have the power to.
You make it what you want to make it.
For sure.
You make it because I'm gonna definitely celebrate Kwanzaa.
I thought about this year.
Yeah, I'm getting into it.
I think I'm going to go ahead too because I seen the little candle thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never knew what it was, but I always seen those books back in the day as a little kid, and you'll see the black people with the Kwanzaa, and I'm like,
well, the principles of it, you know, unity.
So when does it start?
Self-determination and all that. Well, you got your dates.
Okay.
Right around. It's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit after all that, but when it kick in, you got these dates. So
okay.
You definitely want to get in and understand the reading on them. Yeah, because we can even do a whole show with that. We can do a whole show with.
We could do something like that.
Yeah, we could do a whole show with it and break it down what each one is.
I'm up to it. I'm up to learning different things, experiencing different things, and teaching my kids different things too.
See, it falls right after.
Yeah, it does.
So now, you know, the principles, each one of the candles.
They represent something.
That's right.
Yep.
And, you know, creativity, unity, you know, all that. So you want to bring these concepts into, you already doing it.
Exactly.
See,
we already doing it.
Yeah,
you know, we just need to apply it.
Now you're going to do it, and you're going to be doing it consciously, though. You're going to be valuing.
For sure.
And that's what this is all about.
For
so
sure.
I think,
okay.
Yeah, I like to see more of us.
I'm up for it.
We need to bring in who created it. We need to talk about all that. Matter of fact, we're going to save that show and really get into that.
Okay.
Because I want to start pushing that. I'm going to even start pushing some artwork.
Because it say on there, look, observed by African Americans, part of African diaspora. And this right here, for sure, is something great for us to start doing certain things as a group.
We got to practice these things as a group.
And bringing it back. Because if not, it'll be lost. Like all the other stuff.
That's right.
Or not accepted. You know, we need to be aware of these things.
Yeah, because Kwanzaa really don't get a good
We
vibe.
got a lot of people that's commenting.
It don't get a good push like Christmas do. Because after Christmas, though, everybody like, I got my presents, man. I got the new
for
joints.
Sure. I think like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it this year.
But you know, you gotta make. It gotta be something handmade too.
It's a book that I get. I get a book, so me being a business owner, if y'all don't know that, but I order certain things from a particular company that has African stuff. So on the back of it, it had the Kwanzaa piece. I know it's a name for it.
Oh, yeah.
But
we're gonna get in
the
all
candle
that.
thing. So I'm gonna just order.
Just say that show. We're gonna say that show.
Okay.
But the holidays are coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope everybody practice safely and don't get, you know, too. Let me see what they saying out here. I can't hardly see this.
They said something about milk.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
So why is the only
That's Big Troy.
Hold
Troy,
on. Sorry.
Jennifer on there.
So why is we the only mammals that drink milk from other mammals as we get older? I wouldn't mind. Christmas is very overwhelming. Yeah. Yes, I know. the postal service overworked you guys around this time, so I understand. But why are we the only mammals that drink milk from other mammals?
Man,
see,
Dr. Sabi was against milk. Milk is mucus.
We need to talk.
Show on
that's
that too.
Another show.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. I don't drink milk anymore. I don't do dairy anymore. No. So I really cut that out of my diet, and I've seen some things change. Period. And then we can even throw in there that with dairy products, and how Dr. Sabi said it, with black women and dairy products brings a lot of yeast. We have a totally different makeup. Right. So I'm gonna be transparent. I had problems, period, personal problems from drinking milk, and that's not good. You know, body automatically cleans itself, but now it's overworking itself because it's like, hey, what is this?
Yeah, because milk make a lot of mucus, man.
A lot of mucus.
Yeah, I'm good.
And which that is also candida. It's a totally different. We're gonna talk about it another time, but we are the only ones that really push that. And the reason why they pushed milk was for money.
Oh yeah.
If you think about it, they pushed it for the money.
Yeah, let's push it in the schools, make all these kids sick.
I didn't drink milk, but I do have whipped cream daily. Hey, it's all good as long as it's a limit to certain things. I hear a lot of people tell me, "Well, I can't stop eating hot dogs. I can't stop eating chicken." Who's that with the whipped cream daily? Who is that? That's Jennifer, my cousin.
You gotta talk to Jennifer. What up, Jennifer? What's up with that whipped cream? Yeah, what she doing that whipped cream daily?
She go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, okay, Jennifer. Okay.
All dairy products make a lot of mucus. Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. But even with just people talking to me like, hey, how are you with your vegan? I'm like, man, I'm going strong with my vegan diet. I'm cool.
All right.
Well, what you gonna do for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Let's talk about me. How would a vegan Thanksgiving meal? Matter of fact, let's do that let's give it about 15, 20 minutes. Help us out, because I'm trying to get vegan. Help us out. Now, you made some real good meals before. The last meal that you made for the guys, what was all
for
that?
The guys?
Yeah.
They call it a grain bowl. So in it, you have your protein. You'll have a lot of vegetables. You can also have like some fruit or something too, you know? Okay. But with the grain bowls, you'll have a grain and preferably quinoa, which is a great, a great alternative for rice. Okay. And I like it. It's pretty good. It's all in how you season the quinoa. Okay. All right. A lot of people are, they ask questions about how do you season it and different stuff like that. Is you put that water in there, you get some bouillon cubes or something, you season it, add your quinoa in there, and then let it boil. So, all right? That's what so you cooking it all together. No, I ain't cooking nothing. Then I had some sweet potatoes. You can hook that up. Yeah, minus the butter. You can have other alternatives for butter. Okay. But I do still use like different kinds of sugars. Sorry, I can't read everybody's stuff. Thanksgiving ain't nothing but a masquerade. Yeah, especially after that is Black Friday, so you really can't enjoy it. We need to stop appreciation these fake days. Hey, it's in our. I agree, man. I mean, America has pushed certain things on us, and America has its own culture. Period. I mean, you get what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
You ain't gotta celebrate it, but you could take the time to make it. You could redefine it yourself. That's how I look at it. It give you opportunity to redefine and connect again on your own level. Use it because everybody get off work. You can use it. You can use it how you want to use it.
For sure.
So.
And what else I did with the quinoa bowl? Well, the grain bowl. I had kale. I fried that or seared it a little bit, and then I had mixed vegetables that I also pan fried those. So I had green peppers, red, all of those. then some chopped up onions.
Okay.
A little bit of garlic, salt, different stuff. So I had all of that pretty much in a bowl, and you can eat it however you want to eat it. You can eat a little bit at a time, get a little bit on your fork at a time and eat it all together. However you want to do it, but
this is a good opportunity to stop eating all that killing food.
Yeah.
The food that's killing you.
So it's all good food, and when you think about it, you're supposed to eat more fruits and vegetables anyway, because we are herbivores more than anything.
I know a lot of grains not too good for you either.
It's not. A lot of grains not good for you either, but a lot of people need to get that fullness.
Right.
But I also learned that you shouldn't be eating cold food. You're supposed to eat warm food. And then you're supposed to drink warm or hot, like hot water, I should say. So the more I'm working on myself, the more I'm teaching myself like what I should eat, what I shouldn't drink, stuff. Like this is cold right now. Usually I don't even drink nothing cold.
Okay, yeah, because your body got to bring the temperature back.
Yes.
Your body got to, in order for it to, your body got to bring it back to that.
And then at the same time, our body is built to protect itself.
Right.
So if we eat something that's dead, it's dying inside of us, in which what's going to happen to us? We start dying. And
you don't want to go behind the bathroom behind somebody like that, man, because it'll mess you up. It'll hurt your nose. But yeah, go ahead. So I get it. This seems like a good opportunity.
I ain't redefining they European days or nothing, okay? I'm not. Man. But
Let them have it.
It's all good. But we doing Kwanzaa over here.
And you could get in there, like I said, this is an opportunity to stop eating all that stuff that's killing you.
For sure. Most definitely.
Yeah, that stuff is killing us, man. High blood pressure. Man, you would get together, eat all that fried stuff and all
then
that.
the genetically modified stuff that's in here, that's the GMO. That's the GMO, genetically modified what's the old part?
Man,
organism or something? I don't know, but GMO.
Yeah.
So it's not real. And we can talk about that too, because that's a whole different subject, like carrots and
yeah, man,
all this celery. I'm sorry, but there's certain things, but you gotta think about what you putting in your body and what you're consuming on a daily, even if it's food, drink, all of that. Like I don't drink anymore. If I take a sip of alcohol, my body is instantly rejected it. Instantly.
Oh man, so you can train your body.
No, I'm not training. I drank so much that my body just like, no, you can't have that.
Okay.
So now it's just like, hey, I'm not just gonna have it. So it's more discipline than anything, and a lot of people just don't have it. They got it, but they just don't want to then, because some people like, I can't live without cheese. So if the cheese is molded and you just gonna eat the molded cheese if they got molded cheese. Even though cheese,
So you don't even have that urge no more. Like if somebody got a hamburger, a big old juicy burger.
Oh, it smelled good. It looked good, but now you can have it.
All right. I'm gonna tempt them, y'all. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go get the best burger and be like, come on.
Cheesecake, all that stuff. I used to eat it all, but I'm going somewhere, and it's basically disciplining me for whatever I'm about to come into something. It's something. It's a reason why I'm going through this.
Okay. I like that.
It's something.
That's what's up, man. I like that. I like where you going with that. Oh man, I practice mindfulness
because
today.
Cold food blocks your arteries and hard to digest. That's very true. Very hard to digest. Nope, that's Lashana Minor.
Oh, okay.
And even with cooking, combining room temperature liquids mix better. Yeah, very true. All of that stuff is true. It's all science to that.
And add whipped cream, right, Jennifer?
Because shut up. Because even with that, we automatically got certain things in our stomach to break the food down. And if we consume cold stuff, it will mold because our body is all backed up and our stool is messed up, our gut is messed up. We not flushing things.
Man,
it's
we
more
are
to
leading.
it.
I mean, we leading.
It's more to it.
We leading as a group. We leading in high
Man.
blood. We leading in diabetes. We leading in all this stuff.
Breast cancer. Sorry.
We can't use this to turn this around.
Breast.
What?
You on the camera, go, man.
I was just waving, man.
Oh my gosh.
But it is
so. But yeah, we need to start thinking about all those things because what we consume most likely may or will lead up to problems in the future. Yeah. You know, so you need to watch what you're consuming. You need to be mindful of what's going on because at age 35, I'm still eating hot dogs, but I'm complaining about my foot hurting.
Yeah.
I'm still eating and drinking and smoking cigarettes, but I'm saying that my stomach hurt and my heart is just pounding out of my, chest.
Yeah.
No, man.
And all that, yeah.
We need to start taking care of ourselves, start eating right, and start exercising. Getting up in the morning, go on and meditate, do your prayer, yoga, something like that. Get the moving.
I'm trying to find time to get the exercising. I've been tired, man. I've been sick though. I've been down, so now
stop drinking that or using that whipped cream.
Yeah. That whipped cream is the stuff.
Oh,
right, Jennifer? No.
Go.
No, I ain't gonna mess with it.
Yes, but
okay.
Discipline yourself, though.
So you tell yourself that when you first get up, you say, you remind yourself what you on this journey, or you just automatically go.
No, I'm automatic right now. You can come right here with a big old pizza, nice pizza, smelling good and everything. I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it.
Okay.
I'm okay.
But they got veggie pizza.
Yeah, they got veggie pizza. I ate a pizza like that for the first time without cheese. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Blaze, they got a real good over there. You can make one like that.
I mean, hey, it's just I believe in the future something's gonna test me to where it's just gonna be like I don't have no temptation at all for that. Whatever you trying to show me, I can say no.
You like beyond all the temptation. I gotta read this disclaimer too, man.
You want me to say it off the top of my head?
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, Heather, hit it.
So, WRFU is an open forum for Urbana-Champaign. Views expressed are those of the speakers and are not intended to represent WRFU, UC, IMC, or Urbana Socialist Forum. Thank you guys for tuning in to 104.5 FM. This is Conscious Community Connections, where we keep the community connected.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we in here. It's just me and Heather. Kiki out right now. He doing some things. Damon is out. Actually, Damon got a project that he's leading, and he will be giving away some items.
Yes,
care items.
This Monday, Conscious Community Connections will be at the Soup Kitchen early in the morning at we'll be setting up about 9 or so. But we'll be there handing out some personal baggies, I should say, for the holiday. I got some stuff that I'm going to hand out too as well for the men that are there, or women, I should say. And I got some things that probably uplift them.
Yeah, some self-care stuff, man. It's going to be all about self-care things, man. We're going to put them in the bag.
Own it, man.
Damon made it his project himself.
Yes, he did.
Just to go out there, collect these things, just go to the dollar store. It don't take a lot. Nope. It really don't.
Nope.
All it takes is just a few of us just to say, hey, let's do this. And Kiki put in with him, Heather. So Monday, that's where we're going to be.
Yep.
I'll be there a little late. I got a meeting, but right after that, then I'll meet y'all over there.
For sure. My cousin, she was saying that basically it does, people do go to the doctor regularly from the stuff that we were talking about.
Oh, the food. Yeah, that food killing us, man. We be celebrating that food and you be dying.
Ask for your family medical record. I think that's what she was saying. Right. I'm sorry, I can barely see that little fine print.
Yeah, I can't see that at all, but I'll let you read it. Yeah, man, that stuff, murder burgers and suicide fries, that's what they call them.
Wow.
So...
But, we got to think about it. Like, why are these kids still trying to consume these hot fries left and right? Why are these kids thinking that Sunny D is okay to drink when it's nothing but
I don't know
hot
what
sugar?
Sunny D is.
That stuff is disgusting.
You can't even get it cold. You ever tried to get it cold?
Ooh.
Man,
my friend, my coworker, she was like, it got some type of oil in it. It's fructose corn. It's that corn syrup in there, but it's an oil in there too. I said that aftertaste is disgusting, man.
Yeah, you can't never, man.
Even the fries, the hot fries, aftertaste nasty.
Put that stuff in your freezer, it still be there. It can come out still liquid. That stuff is antifreeze, man. I don't know what's up with
Reese's Cup aftertaste. Like certain things, no, I'm
like
good.
Reese's Cups?
It's an aftertaste. I don't like it.
Now you gonna have me eat my next Reese's Cup. I'm gonna be talking about what's she talking? Oh, there you go.
There you go. It's an aftertaste. It's just man. If we start digging down and figuring it out, I don't want to freak people out, but there's red dye in certain things, and that dye is not good for you.
Well, red dye used to be made from insects. They crush these insects together.
Don't get me started. You know, they use different stuff for the things that we consume and put on our body and everything else. And it can really freak you out. You like, that's just not cool. That's just nasty. It's not right. Well, hey, they've been doing it for years. You've been eating it for years. You've been buying it. And let's get back to it. We are super consumers.
Right.
We've been super consumers since we were, like, basically born.
Right.
At some point in time, the ads that were ran, in which this is the perfect time to talk about it because there's plenty of ads about toys right now. Whatever it is, Old Navy clothes. I'm sorry to drop your name, but whatever it may be, there's ads right now. Full of ads of whatever it is. Pushing for you to buy for Black Friday, even up until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, buy this. Get this game. Get this new game system.
With the target of those ads, there's never been a limit on those ads. Do you get what I'm saying? So like the company of Outer Box, they can put out their own whatever ad and run it and push it towards kids without any understanding.
The psychology behind it, man.
On what the parents want. So the parents have no say so on what the actual Outer Box will push on their particular ads because we as a people have not voted against them or have not pushed the fact that, hey, these ads been run. Now we stuck on it.
You just using Outer Box as a generic term for different companies. So, it's not but I get it, man. Yeah, the push is finna come on, boy.
The push been pushing. They've been pushing the toys since they were young. You will say, I'm a Tonka truck driver for the rest of my life. Yeah. You stuck.
Yeah.
You buying Jordans for the rest of your life. You buying Nike for the rest of your life. They hooking you at a young age. They hook your kids at a young age, and it's a repeated cycle. So we're super consumers, and we need to understand that. Well, we need to stay woke and figure it out. Hey.
I was just at a panel discussion about reparations. So I was one of the panelists. And one of the things I did state was, okay, first, do you think reparations is necessary? The word reparations short is for repair.
I think it is necessary.
Need repair. Yes. We are broken all the way, man.
Oh yeah.
So some type of repair is in store. But for them to say, is this a cash amount that they would give you? That's something else, because right now, as a super consumer, all you would do is, if it was just a cash amount, I'm just saying, if it was just a cash amount, then most individuals would go out there and just say, oh, I'm going to get this new J's.
We just talked about that. I'm glad you're right on time. About the reparations and stuff. I got one of my brothers coming in. What's up, brother?
Can't call him.
All right, man.
How you doing?
We just talked about it.
We live too, man. So come on in for a minute. Talk a minute. I'm glad you're here.
All right.
What's going on over there, man?
Over where? Talking about on campus?
Yeah.
a lot of learning and everything, man. So, you know, every day is just, you know, you have to learn whatever you can, have the resources. And
let me get you in, bro. Yeah. Come on in. That's my brother there. All right, we all in, man. That's what's up. What y'all doing up in there, man?
I mean, I ain't doing anything. You know, they was doing, they had a presentation. So,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it was a presentation they actually got for a neophyte. So,
okay.
They were doing what they doing. All I did was just be an audience.
That's
For
what's
sure.
up. That's what's up. Now we got in. All right, y'all. We got in on we was just, you came right in on time because I was just talking about that panel discussion I was on over there, right? About reparations.
Yeah.
So Heather brought up a thing talking about how we super consumers. And I think you remember I said, man, one of the biggest issues right now, or something that we need to repair in, and is going from consumer to producer.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna let you speak on that. What you think, man?
I think that's the motive, you know, because we have to realize is that, like, we cannot fall back of the, you know, as far as the race anymore.
Oh, we can't see.
You know.
Yeah.
So like that.
Towards
There you go. Yeah, you got it.
So like
You got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Or
Can
We ain't
He
even
trying to
say
be
your
on
name. I'll tell you. Go ahead,
It's
give me
all
your
I
name.
mean, yeah, Martez Miller.
Right. Martez, not Martell.
Yeah, not Martell. Martez.
That's right. Yeah,
Everybody
Martez,
will come up to me like,
You
"Oh, you so
Martell?"
kin to Martell?"
No, man.
Like,
and you work with, what's the organization you work with again?
I work with Times organization out on campus, and also a part of the Boys to Men mentoring program.
Boys to Men. There you go. So you understand this what we talking about, because we talking about the holidays coming up. They're gonna be pushing us to really become these super consumers, and more. That's more money. People go broke around this time, man, just trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
And we losing focus.
Yes.
losing focus.
'Cause
But
Heather,
then, like you said, if we do some reparations and give a
self reparations first.
self,
Right.
but is it good to give people that money or that cash,
Well,
or is it?
I mean,
what
right
would
now,
happen?
just
You know?
giving cash in people's hand, and you don't know how to spend cash. I'll put it to you like this: 75% of people who we hit the lottery go broke,
Right.
because they don't know how to handle cash. You got to know how to handle money.
Let's just say, for example, though, like if
Very
people would
true.
have the mindset to actually buy a ticket for the lottery, we could buy whatever we can. We could pitch in $1. You know, just us people in general. You know, if you could pitch in $1 for a ticket, you can pitch in $1 for any opportunity that you want to arise for, to like have many things that's coming into communities and rebuilding.
I agree, and we got our spending powers in the trillions.
Right.
You know, and
So would it be good to give would it be good on the other end to say, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and give them $100,000 a piece. They're gonna get rid of it anyway. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, man, if you want to stimulate the economy, that's all you got to do is just put
Shoot.
somebody. And they did
Give
that
them some
too.
more. Give them some more
They
money.
did that.
You might as well.
They done that before. They done a stimulus where they put, gave some people extra back. That's why this tax season is gonna be different, because they cut a lot of that out.
Yeah, they cut a lot of flack out.
Yeah, man. So they're gonna get hurt, but they bailed out the banks, but they ain't bailed out the people.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so they gonna feel this crunch. You got a lot of things, a lot of brick and mortars that's gonna be closing down. That's on the brink of failing right now. So hey, that's their fault, man. Y'all voted for this, not y'all, but
The majority of the people that
exactly,
did, that's actually causing the confusion.
That mega stuff, man. So now this is what you're dealing with, but that's what it is, man. But yeah, I'm glad you stopped in, man.
Yeah, I told Heather that I was gonna stop in, like, the talk and everything, though, because we still need to, keep things flowing and, share great ideas and expand on, learning, though, because lately, I've been just like, for me, I just be reading. I just been, going to the panel discussion as we've been doing and stuff like that. Something that is constructive.
Okay.
And something that we can enable ourselves to really to do things for our community, but also to do things that's prior to just for our own self-development. Because we have to realize is that, every day that, like, we are taking the time to do what we need to do to make sure that, like, we stay in contact with, with our neighborhoods, but also we need to stay in contact within ourselves to, like, to keep on building for, let's say, people who actually need some advice or need some that can, give them some light, to help them to understand that, like, life ain't where it's at, when you just thinking that, like, oh, it's there.
Right.
Like, that's only the roadblock that you have, but you still got more that you can carry. And that's something that, like, we don't actually speak. Only the ones that really do care.
Okay.
That's it. The ones that really care would give people the understanding about, like, why we have to do this for a purpose, why we need to do this to make a difference within our communities.
Right. So, where you going with this? The goal for Boys to Men is what then? To bring these young guys where they can have the tools and be able to see all these things.
Of course, because we have to realize that, like, the younger generation gonna have to carry the torch somewhere and somehow.
For sure.
Because if we just leave them out there, though, they'll be crushed up, spit out, everything. So like, we have to do what we have to do to, make sure that they good. And also remembering about why they're actually doing it in the first place. Because it's not about we importing it, it's about them importing their ideas.
Okay.
And helping them to, like, expand on other people or expand on what other younger individuals like themselves, like they was back in the day. So they had to carry the torch to somebody that's going to be prior to their generation again.
Now, the Boys to Men, I was just reading this ad or this article talking about a program, and they injected a lot of African American history to that, like real history.
Yes.
Y'all support that too, right? Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So, like, because look, you have to tell the truth. Like, there's no, like, no matter.
We talked about that. I talked about that too.
Like, you have to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So there's no way that you can go around, and we cannot waste no time no more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you're wasting time.
Right.
You're not really doing your mission. You're not really doing what you're fulfilling.
For sure.
Because you understand and thinking that, oh, it's all about myself, or having an attitude of thinking that, like, well, I would just go wait. Why give it to them now? You can give them to them right now, and whatever, if they have problems with it or whatever, though, then they go to the source that actually to figure things out.
And you see, they need to have men like you around, because we don't see enough black men. Like, they just did this study talking about, how many. You can see down here how many black male teachers down here.
I like to see like a few, and that's only in the higher learning. That's it. I don't see hardly none in the middle school or elementary sense right now. But what I did, when I was actually going to school in middle school or elementary school, like, you'll find about like one or two of them.
One or two, and that's what I remember. I remember, I'm talking about now, to show you how bad it is. Well, I had like one or two, but you knew you didn't clown with them either, man.
Right. They won't go play. They're not going to get no flack.
Mr. Peoples, that was one of my science teachers, man. That man did not play. He jacked me up one time, and I was glad he did. He grabbed me right in my collar. You don't take things seriously, do you? Yes, sir, I do. That's a big dude, too, because he remind you of the father on, what's that show, The Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
That he was like Phil. Yeah, he was big like him, big old dude.
Yeah.
He like, you don't take things serious. I was like, yes, sir, I will after that. But, sometimes you need that strong hand to straighten you out.
For sure.
So,
and with the lack in the school around town, you can see that we need those men inside
The school.
The school, period.
Yeah.
We don't need these cops, because I just read an article about that. I'm glad that Brian went on ahead and flagged that one. I seen that.
Yeah, man. They hired a new cop.
And even with that,
they hired a new cop.
we need to like really talk about that right now. We should have said something then, and then we need to talk about it right now. These people that are coming into the actual classroom or inside of that school, what are they gonna do?
Right.
What kind of attitude do you have? Do you live around certain people like me? You know, we need to ask certain questions. Like, what has really ticked you off back in the day that you haven't dealt with? Well, you feel me? Like, what aren't you healing from? Right. You know, we need to start thinking about these things, because there's going to be some problems.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Well, the movement now is restorative justice practices in school and outside of school.
We need to talk about that stuff.
And we reading a book now, like with that, the little book on restorative justice. And I'll bring in the book, and we gonna do it online live. So, but going back to reparations, back to that.
Okay.
This is part of repair mode. The key word is repair.
Yes.
So a lot of these things we could start now. Just like what you saying, we can start these now. We don't have to wait for somebody to say, here's a check.
Right.
You know, we can already start the thinking. You know, the holidays coming up. You know you need that money for that bill. Don't worry about getting that kid, nothing like that, man. I mean, just trying to keep up with the Joneses. So
I'm done with you.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm done. So, I mean, it's discipline. It's discipline. But yet we need to heal as a people. And we see a lot of this going on around here, where you get these things where everybody's talking about mindfulness now.
Yeah.
It's for a reason. We need to heal as a people.
Right.
On both sides. But like you said, it's the truth.
And we gotta heal the young generation. So while we healing, we gotta work with the younger generation. Like Martinez was saying, we gotta take them now and start healing them now.
But we need some people to actually say this is the truth. On certain topics. Right. We need some people to say this is the truth. Don't try to rewrite the dang on textbook. Somebody said they were trying to sugarcoat some stuff. No. If you killed a mass amount of people, tell the truth. And it's the truth. It's going to come out regardless. Don't try to hide it in no textbook and tell somebody it's real. It's a lie. The truth finally comes out. So now we got the phones. We can do whatever with the phones. Everybody can find out. But, well, this sounds like it's the truth to me, because it keeps popping up, coming after. One after another.
I want to add on to that, though, because we have a lot of resources now. We got the technology right now that we can really utilize certain things that we could bring about. Like, you know, as far as like, you know, different things that, you know, as far as advice, as far as development, as far as like learning subjects, and it's everything. You know what I mean? You can even go to, I forgot what this one website called, but you can just like, you know, pick up what you missed on, like, as far as like,
oh, I know what you're talking about. Google got one too. They do like that. Like, it'll read through the books. Google Speak or something. Yeah, and it'll read through certain books for you. Man, I was just playing around with that. I said, I didn't know it could do that.
Man, it's just so much now. We're living in a time that like we do have these things happening, but we just need to keep up. If we're talking about keep up with the Joneses, let's keep up with that then. You know what I mean? Because if we're keeping up to having them to be much more refined and intellectual, we could definitely have them in that level, and then we could keep on rebuilding what we need to build on our communities and everything, because we short-handed right now. But at the same time, it's like now we are given this opportunity to give them into that place, because it's just something that they will have to really focus on, rather than other group of people already being introduced to this. You know what I mean? Our people are not introduced to this right now, though. Like, you could look at this, for example. You could look at Chinese people right now. They're looking into technology like crazy. Like, we don't actually
they talking about 6G.
Right.
We ain't even got the 5G yet. They talking about 6G over there, you know?
Bold.
So,
you know. Bold. we aren't at the top, like our population on this earth.
Yeah,
if we look at it, there's more technology somewhere somehow. I believe in it because ain't no way that you can say. We can go back to how we were talking about the people building the pyramids back in the day. Ain't no possible way that those people ain't like repopulate somewhere else, or we just lost it all.
I don't think we lost it all at all. It's just that the fact that like people just don't unlock it.
There you go.
They just don't unlock the potential.
You
know, because
there you go.
Everything is
because we
yourself.
In this.
It's just a lot of distractions.
Certain right.
It's a lot
we
of
in this population.
And it's a lot of people that don't understand that like the power of the mind and the power of you using your intellectual capabilities.
Thank you.
Because it's something that like it feels that like it needs to be coming out. And I was just reading like this quote by Malcolm X and whatnot though. He's saying that something that I have the ability to read and it's like it's like reading to me, but it's coming out. You know, it's dormant, but it's coming out now. When I was reading, I'm awakening myself. You know, when I awaken myself, though, it's coming out. You know, because you have to notice that, like, you know, it's something gonna be knocking on your door. Be like, look, hey, let me in. Let me show you what's up. You know what I mean? And then you'll figure out like, okay, now like I can really conceive myself doing things that I never done before because it was something that it was trying to tell me. Like, it's like you telling yourself about like what decisions you're going to make, right? You keep on bouncing your head on the wrong decision because you never actually know what was going on for yourself. But at the same time, now you got an opportunity to be like, oh, okay, now I can do this now. It's just like... But
you got to read. Yeah. You made the key thing you just said is you got to read. I was reading where they was talking about like the top millionaires and CEOs. These guys read like 52 books a year. Right. They digesting that. They just eating it. So
Warren Buffett reading financial statements.
Yeah, but you gotta read, man.
He reads financial statements.
That's what sharpened up your mind is all about. Yeah, and we losing touch with. We talked about this the other time, right? About like how kids are in the classroom 8 hours a day, right. And learning all this stuff, going home and then having to do the same thing over and over each day, you know, and doing that type of learning. But instead of just having that learning, like you can still learn, don't get me wrong, learning is good. Right. But what type of learning are you going to do as far as like, really think real sharp or really think in a way that's like, okay, I can really like get in myself to do this every single day. I wanted to do this. I want to be active. I wanted to actually like to be involved and have that type of responsibility to do whatever I can, or having a job or do whatever, having those tools and really like just, take it on from there.
Now, Heather was saying earlier, she's starting to eat better. She can think more clear. So a lot of these kids not eating well.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the gut.
Yeah. So
all the problems come from the gut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
what
we want them to think well and right, but we feeding them tons of sugar and all that stuff.
Right. And hot fries.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gotta keep saying it. And Takis.
Yeah.
And red dye.
And hot Takis.
Okay, red dye.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
What is that doing? It's laying, like you said, it's laying there sitting in your gut doing what?
Without not even pushing it out or detoxing it.
Do you know the cause of autism?
No.
Something wrong with their GI tract.
What? Wow.
Something's wrong with their intestines.
Huh.
It's linked to that.
Yeah.
How and why? We need to think about that. We need to research. We need to read what it is. Why?
Well, we need to get back into, like you were saying, the healthy meals you was talking about.
Healthy meals. Like my goddaughter, she's they diagnosed her with autism. She had ear infections like crazy. They had to put tubes in them. They wasn't draining. Then at the same time, she wasn't talking. Her speech was messed up. Different stuff, right?
Right.
So if we think about it, was the mom going through some stress? What was wrong with the mom? You feel me?
Right.
Then what was going on with the dad?
Right.
Because the dad had something to do with it too, because we got the egg and the sperm. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if we look at these things, it's some science to it, and the chemicals and stuff like that. And then what was the mom doing while she was pregnant?
Well,
was she
toxic,
eating right?
You know, like you said, we
You know,
walking,
did
we
she
a walking
breastfeed?
bag of toxicity. Man.
Was the baby premature?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like if she was premature, she couldn't fight off nothing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then if you're not giving the mama, the baby the breast milk to fight off that stuff, then we really having some problems. So we need to think about these things that we are consuming, period. With the music, with the TV, with the food, with the water.
Now you're talking hard science, actually, because you have to realize that all of that is intaken within the mind and the body and the soul. You know what I mean? Working out the vibrations.
You need
so
to
you
get
have
it
to notice
together.
that, like you said, healing is more than just, you're thinking that like, oh, well, I just need a little cash and that's it.
Yeah, man.
And going with that. But at the same time, you need to really know your natural stages. You need to know your stages of what you need to heal on, to help you stay mindful at all times. And like what she said about eating certain foods definitely would trigger your hormones on a certain level.
Well, look how big the young girls are now, man. I went to the school over there one time. I'm talking, man, them 5th and 6th graders, they shouldn't be that big.
No.
They shouldn't be already developing.
No, not at all. They're too fast on their development.
That's the hormones in the food.
Yes, it is.
That's over hormone.
They pumping them. I seen a video when they was pumping the chicken full of whatever it was.
I saw that.
I saw that.
I saw that.
Dang, I'm glad I don't eat that no more. I'm sorry.
So, now then you ask why they hypersexual, hyper whatever.
Yeah.
Man, they dealing with it.
Why they up and down? Why they choose to love or choose to like the same sex? I'm not.
Now that was in a study with.
That's a whole different subject.
Yeah, that's another study.
That's another subject. I wasn't touching that. But
I'm by. It doesn't matter. I can talk about it.
But I'm just saying though, that was what was it, hyperzine, lipozine. It was they found it in a lot of the Roundup, and the chemical was turning the frogs. It was messing with the endocrine system, and from that, the male frogs was turning into female. Now that's in the what they fertilizing a lot of your corn and all that stuff with.
In which our land doesn't have a lot of nutrition in it in the first place.
Remember in the panel when the girl was like, we need to take care of the earth. Not doing spiritually. Yeah,
that was Deidre.
Deidre. Yeah. Ross, right?
Yeah.
She
shout out to Deidre out there.
We cut these trees down so dang on fast. Now all of a sudden, now they want to do hemp and marijuana. Well, if we use hemp as paper, toilet paper, and all these other things, fuel, oil, woo, then we'll be okay.
Man, I'll take a car that drive off hemp.
We're seeing it now, and there's going to be a push for it. But you have a lot of people that will, suffer from
Everybody
it because
ride behind me, man. Hey, look, where y'all at? Everybody ride behind me gonna get a nice buzz. I'm gonna get a hemp car. All y'all who drive behind me gonna be tore up when I ride past you. I'm gonna promise you that.
Hemp has great properties. Period. Point blank. It doesn't matter. The CBD oil has great properties.
Yeah, it got great healing.
It's good.
Right. Yep.
It's good. And I mean, we having all these problems. I talked to a friend the other day, and he kept talking about. He got on the subject of cops and stuff. We talked about it, and we need to understand that while we're trying to fight a system that was never for us, they always seem to have a loophole.
Well, I mean, they even the holiday cooking. Going back to that, let's go back to the holiday cooking. Okay, you eating Children's Day, all the stuff, all the bad meat. They gave it to the slaves to eat.
Yes,
but the slaves were so good at making the food taste better, and they made it like, man, it's a delicacy. Now everybody wants soul.
That was just nothing but those trash.
Yeah, they
do that in
trash.
the back door.
Right, they said y'all can have all that, but our people was so much of a genius that they was able to take the trash and make it into a delicacy. See, you coming from a genius group of people.
Oh, I know.
Right.
Thank you.
They could literally take garbage and make it into something else,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, like you know, that's why when you
I can hook some
realize
stuff up without eating it.
Oh, she could burn.
I ain't even got to taste it.
Hey, she could burn, man. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know how she do it, but she could burn. I didn't taste her food. She could burn.
Smell it and be like, oh yeah,
But-
it's missing that.
Yeah.
But when you understand that, like when you take that concept from the bottom to the top, what's from the bottom has to go to the top anyway.
So you saying the tail is gonna become the head? That's one of the predictions in the Bible. When the tail becomes the head, right? That's what you talking about, right?
I mean, I'm not referring it to the Bible, but I'm just, you actually have to look at it in a way that's like, you have to notice that like anything, you can't stay in the bottom forever. We cannot be bottom feeders forever. If we go back to reparations, right?
Okay.
If we're talking about reparations, we can't be bottom feeders, getting checks and all that, just go do that. Like you said, self-reparations, as in like, yeah, we got to do it for our
That
own.
can start now.
Right, we got to do it for our own.
Right. And like you were saying what Deidre said about the taking care of the earth, you know, how we failed at.
Yeah.
What else you were gonna say?
I was gonna say on that though, like because you have to realize though too that if you realize that the earth is breathing, it breathes too. Because you have to notice that like the earth itself is a living thing. You know what I mean? We are living things. We are connected to the earth.
We still connected.
We
like
still
like
connected,
a kid,
right?
Like a child in the mother's womb. Right?
Exactly. That's
Go
why.
ahead, come on,
That's why. Exactly. Right. So that's why we always call her Mother Earth. Though we take care of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what we do, we have to go right back to Mama to take care of her. We actually replenish it. We actually know what it is, and we do it in a way to understand that, like just like we actually take care of the earth to make things better, we can take care of ourselves to make things better. So by destroying it,
go ahead, keep going. Keep going. Go ahead.
By destroying the earth or whatnot, though, you're not really thinking about what responsibilities we actually have to, like, to make it useful and also to appreciate it. You know what I mean?
So Mother Earth has been around for a very, very long time. And this has, been a record for the amount of people that are actually on Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're able to live longer. We're able to do certain things and manipulate certain things.
Right.
But most of all, we as a species, we don't want to change. I keep saying it every single time. The earth, the universe has its own rules.
Right.
You feel me? And we ain't gotta do much. The seasons change, the birds change, flies and everything morph into something else.
Right. Right.
And it's always survival mode. We as people, we don't want to change nothing. We don't want to heal, or we don't want to give reparations, or we don't want to change the law.
That because
we don't want to do certain things, right?
Because you have to because you're drowning yourself out.
For sure.
Exactly.
You're drowning yourself out.
For sure.
And look, and this is good because I was listening to Stally. Those that don't know Stally or whatnot, though, like, he was part of MMG, but he started to do his own thing, and there's this album that just came out or whatnot, though, talks about, like, his understanding of things. And it was like when he said that, like, he said a verse was like, man, like, you cannot have your ears enclosed because you're not letting things come in you and you bring it out. You know what I mean? Being spiritual and being that, like, if you keep on drowning yourself out from everything else, like your music, have your headphones on most of the time, you're not going to hear most of the stuff, though, because everything is, when we talk about the media and the music, everything is actually revolving in your head. Everything is actually programming into what you know what I mean? And making it a reality for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And instead of you listening to yourself and you make things happen.
So you don't really know these things are going on. It's happening on the subconscious level.
Exactly, because you had to make the subconscious come alive.
Remember I sent you that video with that lady? She just snapped out.
Yeah.
The black lady, she just went off.
Yeah.
Completely off. And she was just like, people blinders are up on every single possible thing. We need to get back to that spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
You can cut the religion up and you can actually find out some truth in a little bit of everything.
Literally.
You know? But most importantly, back to what I was saying with the Mother Earth, how we have a prayer that say, "Oh Lord, Father God," or so. Mother Earth has been taking care of us. She has been doing a great deal of taking care of us. You give a woman, this is an African proverb, you give a woman a lesson, you give a woman anything, she's going to multiply it back. If you give this woman a lesson, she's going to teach the village.
It's like this, though, because
that's the proverb.
The proverb on top of that
Period.
Is that when you teach a woman, you're teaching a nation.
For sure.
Right.
You know,
you give me the information, I'm teaching everybody.
You're teaching a nation.
You know what I'm saying? You give it to this one person,
woman,
they only gonna stick it and stay with them.
Exactly, because the woman understands to spread the knowledge. If you do the knowledge, you spread the knowledge. Because you have to notice that, like, she births children. You know what I mean? So by actually, like, really give out information on what to really do for it, you making it happen. And you actually knowing that, like, it's already going to be within you by you actually listening to it. That's why you always have your mom be like, yeah, don't go over there, don't do this, don't do that. On certain levels, though, because they actually understand to help you to notice that, like, there are certain things you should not be doing.
Right.
There are certain things you should
They
be
keep
doing.
you on that path.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
glad we talking about this. So, somebody was telling me that we are at the bottom. Black women are at the bottom. I agreed. Somebody else, like months back in like winter time when we were talking, and they were like, well, black men are at the bottom. I said, nah, honey, let me get this straight. I told him specifically when I looked at him and told him, because this is a young man coming up thinking that the black men are at the bottom. No, the black woman has been at the bottom for the longest, in which we are coming up. And a lot more people are seeing a lot of black businesses are ran by black women.
Right.
In which, like you said, we will teach the nation. We will teach these people how to heal, how to get over things, how to come up, how to speak, how to be an actual human and love one another. We will teach these people this. We will teach a lot of people this. So I know for a fact with the women and the black women, we need to come together and help one another. You feel me?
Okay.
We are at the bottom, period, point blank, but we rising up. And like they said in a couple of articles, there are gonna be more millionaires in these next 10 years. It ain't gonna make no sense. In America alone, there's so many businesses that are opening up. But at the same time, there are going to be more millionaires in America. And it's just going to be like record numbers.
Okay.
Period. So, is this our reparation?
Well, I mean, like I said,
You don't have to give it to me. I'm going to just earn it.
I mean,
That's what he said at the panel.
Hey, you
You
already
ain't got
started.
to give it to me.
Yeah, you
already
like,
started.
I'm already doing it.
on it.
He said that at the panel. Like,
I'm already on it.
don't matter what you do, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Regardless, I'm gonna take it because
sure.
it's that, like, I'm not just on here for nothing.
Right.
I gotta take what's mine.
Yep.
You know, and
For
that's just
sure.
like knowledge.
And I'm going to teach the kids how to do certain things and how to do it right. We got to teach them, because my problem is the generation before me, they didn't tell me how to do this. The generation after me, they don't want to listen to what I had to go through. So I'm bad. I'm just mad at both of them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Understand.
Like, I'm right in the middle. Because I'm taking care of what I need to over on this side, but y'all acting like y'all need it. Well, you need to do it this way. No, No, we can't do it your way.
Right, because you don't understand how we need to do it unless you actually would confront.
And why are you acting so funny over here? Meaning the older people, your tradition don't work no more. Your traditions ain't right. Y'all kept y'all hurt and pain in for so long.
Right.
It didn't help me.
Right.
In which I didn't get nothing from you. Right. So now you, do this and do that. No, it don't work.
And then it's like, we in the times that like we have to pace. We have to pace ourselves now. Instead of just
so now I gotta help these young adults and tell them my way and not to do it their way.
Right, because
their way didn't work.
Right, because you gonna slow down. And
they way didn't
that's
work.
Gonna fill up those numbers because that traditional thinking just be like, if all you gotta do, a brother was like, don't even be humble, be modest.
Okay.
The reason
What's the difference?
Because the difference is if you being modest though, you're attentive, you're aware, so you're going for it. Being humble is like, I'm gonna be here and then I'm just gonna wait for a little bit until I get something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then whatever I do get, I'll have to be humble again. You know what I mean? I don't want to just sit there and just be like, I'm humble right now. Okay, then I'm going to be humble again. No, I'm going to go for it.
Right.
But I'm going to be superficial about it. Because I'm understanding that, like, if I'm grasping any information that I need and I'm grasping all the money that I can get, I'm not being humble. All I'm doing is taking care of business. And that's showing that what kind of integrity I actually have within myself that's going to go for it. Yeah, a little brother that's younger than me told me that, though. I mean, shout out to the homie Knight, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like there's other people will tell you the same thing that I'm telling you, probably in a different format, but telling you that, like, I'm not going to slow down just because I'm waiting for something. You know what I mean? Because everything is already out here already, though. All you got to do is just go get it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And while you're going to get it, you're actually proving yourself to actualizing everything that you got in hand. And that's what we have to think on. Because if we think we're going to slow down and thinking that like it's supposed to come to us though,
right,
man, we ain't got nothing coming. Because we showing ourselves that like, man, we want handouts.
Well,
and those handouts is not going to do too much though because they're only getting a little of it. Right. So if we want to go ahead and think that like, oh well, all I got to do is wait for this. No, you got to do what you can and then fulfill what you actually grabbing for. Now.
So we got to take the steps, and then it's a verse in the Bible too, with the camel, the footprints, where it's 5 footprints. You take 1 foot forward, it'll take 3 feet towards you. You know what I'm talking about? You ever heard that? You take 1 foot forward to whatever you want to call it, God, Allah. Then he'll take 2 to you, 2 to 3.
Basically, I know what you're going on with this. Basically saying that like if you take 2 steps to Allah, Allah will take 2 steps to you.
And more.
Actually
more
comes.
More.
But that's just nothing but your if you take this though, if that's nothing but your higher self.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about spirituality here.
That's
huh?
I
love it.
Because
I love it.
Yeah. I like that too though, because
I agree. You dead on it. And that's what's going on. That's you initiating the higher self to come in and then take in. That's you exactly
That's
right.
what it's called empowerment.
We're
empowerment. We empowerment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if like say for example, if I see that you had Laurice last week.
Yeah.
So Laurice would be like, like today's mathematics. Today's mathematics is power. You know what I mean? What are you going to be doing? Is power yourself. So when you empower yourself, what are you doing to fulfill your needs? What are you going to be doing to fulfill your understanding?
We talked about
You know what I mean? If you're going to do what you got to do, though, man, do it with power. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do what you got to do to make things happen for yourself. Instead of thinking that like something is going to make it for you. You know what I mean? You're the maker.
Yes, you the creator.
You're the creator.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're going to end up doing what you're going to be doing to make things happen for the next person that's going to be like, okay, if I'm a creator, that person is a creator. If I'm a maker, that person is a maker. So whatever I'm telling you, it's something that's for the betterment. It's never for the worse. And if it wasn't for the worse, I'm making it good all the way. Because you got to notice this. If you actually intune yourself, intuition, you know what I'm saying? If you intuit yourself to make things a whole different situation, if you make a whole different situation, everything will come like that. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, like...
Is that the law of attraction?
Look, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You see, now you see what we're on, right?
Right.
So, whatever you put into the person, and that's like you giving good advice to people, right?
Right.
If you give somebody some advice how to, you know, make compound interest on your money, or how to actually, like, to influence somebody to be better, sharpen yourself up or anything, that's empowerment. We need to empower each other all the time, and we do it with love. You know what I'm saying? And we have to do it with that.
Man, this is deep, brother. I say it's deep, man. Y'all don't know this. See, you know what? This is an old soul. That's who you talking to, man. This cat. You done probably been around this joker. You here to train us, man.
This.
You know.
And we could talk about laws all day. Laws of the universe. Yeah. Laws of attraction. There's certain things that is just already in play. It's already there. We can't change that. If you sow a seed with money, or even just putting a seed in the ground and you water it, and you put some sun to it, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow by the process. That's a law. That's its process. You feel me? That's a law. So what are we gonna do? We gonna sow that seed, and we need to water it, put some sun on it, and have these kids grow.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
To grow
it's for them.
They're right. They got to grow within the knowledge. You know, that's gonna make them to be much more influential of what they're actually going to be doing for their generation. And we got to teach them,
and like, it's that mind,
right?
Man.
You know, like, what are we doing? What are we doing to make things a whole different outcome? What are our outcomes? You know what I mean?
Okay.
What are we doing to make an outcome that what we need to have for ourselves right now?
I think you asked. That's a hypothetical.
I mean, it's hypothetical, but I'm just saying it just in general. Like, you know, if you look at logic, what is your outcome going to be? It could be something simple.
Yeah.
You know
what are you looking to get out of this?
Exactly, though. Like, if you're just like, okay, let's say you make the basketball team, that's good. What are you doing to make the basketball team? Are you practicing? Are you actually going to, you know, work on your shots? Are you working on your crossovers? Are you working on your defense? Are you working on your offense?
You creating that muscle memory.
Exactly. So whatever
the whole body become an instrument.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly. Because if you actually, like you said, instrument, what does an instrument have to do? Oh, let's say a wind instrument.
Okay.
Right? You blow it in the instrument, you use wind.
Right.
And you use different keys.
And you're tuning it up,
right?
Right.
You know, and you making it a perfect sound just because of that, or how you practicing it. And that's making it better. You sharpen up your mind like that, then you good.
I'm with you, brother. I know where you're going with this. I'm with it 100%.
I mean, I'm glad that I'm actually in here today. I'm like, right now, I'm empowered.
We on fire.
Like, man, it's wonderful.
I like, you know what I mean? I like where you're going with it. It makes sense. And but like you said, a lot of us got to get into that mode right now. A lot of us don't know how to trigger that. So I don't know. We only got 5 minutes.
Okay.
How would you trigger that? How would you trigger it, and how would you trigger that? How did you get there? How did you get there?
Well, how I got there was I listened to myself. And when certain people was telling me certain things, I made the right choices. And I saw the outcomes every single time. Like, I'll listen to somebody that's from this area. I'll listen to somebody in that area. It's always somebody that's going to give you something to think about in certain situations. So if they giving you something that can help you better yourself, I'd rather listen to that person all day, every day.
So you was able to learn from other people's mistakes.
That too. I learned the mistakes, and I learned for their achievements. You know what I mean? Because the mistake, it's nothing wrong with making mistakes.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna be making mistakes, right?
Right.
But what you're going to be doing How can you ask yourself, what can you do to make it better?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Instead of just leaving it be. Because if you leave it be, you didn't learn nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? All you have to do is just like, if you feel that like you can go back up and, knock it out, you can do that.
Right.
Give yourself the encouragement and give yourself the confidence to do that.
See, encouragement, confidence, execution.
Mine's, I'm big on energy.
Energy.
Yep. So with energy, I use energy. So if someone pisses me off, makes me mad, if I get whatever, I filter that energy and I use that energy in order to like get my momentum up to like finish or complete my task.
Right.
And with my energy, I'm able to feel certain things. So now that I'm pumped up right now tonight, I'm about to complete my work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm filtering my energy to actually tap into something and use it, and I'm using it for the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on energy. Always been big on energy. If I'm like in a slump mode, I could be in that slump mode, but by that next day, I'm ready to go hard.
Right.
You know, so I'm big on energy.
Because you're not just selling yourself for less. At the end of the day, you're realizing that, like, I mean, I'm not going to be having the same attitude every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a balance. Life is a balance at best.
Yes, it is.
Because you have to notice that, like, some days you're going to be off, some days you're going to be on.
Right.
But at the same time, what is the benefit that you want to have? Do you want to stay off or do you want to stay on?
And what are you trying to achieve in the long run?
Exactly.
Is this moving towards something, or are you just going through motions?
Right.
But you can look into it some more, and people need to do some more research on energy itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cycle. Like we are just recycling. This world is recycling. The people on this planet are recycled. Like everything is just recycled, in which that's another law. It's a universal law.
Universal law.
You know, so it's just some more energy. The earth itself is just so warm and vibrant that we getting what we supposed to get from the earth, in which we are also able to, get our energy from the sun. So all of this stuff is just a big old circle in a cycle.
You're connected all the way. So it's like you got to realize is that, like, once you know yourself, you notice that, like, you're more than just you're a body.
You know yourself.
You're infinite.
That's what we're going to end with right there.
Yeah, know
we're
yourself.
We're going to end with know yourself.
Know yourself.
Man. That's it.
Yes, know thyself. That was the law of
being
in Kemet. You know thyself.
That's right.
Know thyself.
That's what the center of your reality is.
Know yourself. That's it.
And
know
that's
thyself.
what we got to teach the kids.
Well, they don't know themselves, so it's up to us to teach them who they are.
Yes.
So, hey, man, I'm glad you stopped in.
Man, that's a pleasure.
Yeah, you walked by, man. It was right on time, man. See, things gotta wait. You gotta let them play out. You just gotta let it play out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because Kiki ain't here and Damon ain't here, but you came right on time, right at the right time with what we were talking about and discussing. So that's the universe of God talking.
Yes, sir.
There's no accidents in the universe.
That's a blessing at that, though. So it's just like, man, without actually being in tune, what else can you really do?
There you go. There you go. But that's it, man. That's us today. That's CCC Radio, and we streaming live right now. So I'm gonna log us out, and we about to go and do some fun things or something. I gotta go and hang out for a minute, man. I haven't been hanging out. So I gotta go do some hanging out.
No, I want to be like nowadays though, like you don't need to hang out. Just do something that can sharpen your mind.
Yeah. Man, that's
I mean, if you want to go out, man, just do something that's going to help you to understand that you live in life, brother.
There you go. There you go.
You live in life if you know what you're getting yourself into. So.
Yep. And I got complaints on that one, man. I got to get busy. So, because somebody been complaining on that, telling me, you overwork or you a workaholic. I'm like, whatever. But.
Right. Hey, I got to do what I got to do to, help me think much more what I need to do for myself.
Tell you. So that's it, man. That's WRFU Conscious Community Connections, Urbana Socialist Forum. Again, the views expressed here are those of the speakers and not intended to represent WRFU, UC, IMC, or Urbana Socialist Forum. We are CCC Radio. We here with my brother Martez from Boys to Men. And he brought in a lot of light. Those listening over the airways, hey, look, we hope y'all have a good holiday and safe.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, come back and, so we'll see you next time. And we out, y'all. All right.
Peace.